Well, this week's Bible readings, we're just making our way through John's Gospel, and so you've already noticed that, I'm sure. And if you were at church on Sunday, then you know that I preached this sermon on the wedding at Cana. And you can probably tell by our attire, we're actually at a wedding right now while we're filming this video. And I have with me my brother Tommy and my brother Emerson, and Emerson's youngest son, Auburn, and Emerson's oldest son, Tripp, and my little boy, Josiah. Is here behind me, and so these are some of the members of the Wiles family. Well, the wedding at Cana, when I was just reading the text, obviously the story is, it has a lot of symbolism in it, you know, the emptiness of Judaism, the fulfillment of Christ, and when they ran out of wine, and just the imagery of a banquet, all those kinds of things that are woven into the teachings of Jesus. But one of the things I got thinking about was, I wonder what it was like for the family that was there, and why did Jesus come up to Mary come up to Jesus rather, and say, can you do anything? And you know, if you think about it, Jesus hadn't performed any miracles yet. This was the first miracle. So did she already know that he was able to do that kind of thing, or did she just think he could do something? But I think at the heart of it was, she felt really bad for that family because they were about to run out of something that everybody expected them to have. Well, it just made me start thinking about how families just respond to crises differently and how they manage the challenges of life differently. And so what I want us to talk a little bit about is our family, and maybe just think about, when you guys think of family, what are the things that pop into your mind, or the images that pop in your mind, or even just words or phrases that you think of when you think about family from our perspective, from the Wiles family?
Well, I think about a crowd.
Hold that microphone. I'm sorry about that, y'all, but you know, he's new at this.
I'm new at this.
Okay, got it.
I think about a very small room with too many people in it. That's usually how our family gatherings were. But I will say there was plenty of food. You know, we didn't have to worry about that. Mom always made sure there was lots of food there. And it's just a great time. You know, we didn't really care. You know, we just had a wonderful time just hanging out with each other, talking and laughing and telling stories.
How about you, Uncle Emerson?
I think of safety. I think of love. I think of laughter. I think of looking around at people who are willing to go the extra mile. Whatever it takes, they're willing.
What about you, Tripp? What do you think of?
I think about you know, certain people in my family, and I think about my granddad, and knowing that the strength that he had, and that he loved the Lord, and my grandmother, and the family that was there because of them and because of God's blessing on them, and just the love I felt as a small child, and even as an adult still feel.
How about you, Auburn? Family for Auburn.
Family for me. I think of, just like my dad was saying, just that warm feeling of just being comforted around your family, and just the love that's around, and just the laughter and all the stories that my uncles and my dad and my older brothers tell me. So that's one thing I think about family.
How about you,
And
Si?
safety.
And world peace. And world peace. How about you, Si?
I guess I kind of think about healing, like no matter what happens with our family, no matter what we do, no matter where we go, we always can come back. We always get back together.
Wow, that's a great word, wasn't it? Emerson has something else to say.
Yes. I think of the opportunity to beat Josiah at golf when we get together as family. But and to get beat. The opportunity to get beat, too. But at least it's an opportunity. But I like the Auburn cliche, all in.
That's right, brother. All
As
in.
Josiah said, we're all in.
That's right. And you know, I would say the thing is, you can't pick your family. You know, we don't get that chance to choose our family. We just become a part of a family. And so I want you to know, as we're making our way through this week in particular, that's one of the things I'm praying for, is for you and your family. And one of the goals in this series on transformation is for all of us to have healthier relationships. And one of the places where we need that the most, I think, is in our families. And so I can tell you, we're not perfect, some less perfect than others. But you know what? We all love each other, and we all have healthy relationships, and that's my prayer for you. So God bless you. From the Wiles family to you, just know our prayers are with you as you try to live in your family.